I know the big girls, they do this too. Birthday. Did you guys see me in the classroom? Did you guys come? Or you got to see the classroom last time? I was here to see it. And here, look at your classroom. Just make sure nobody opens that gate right there. So we're. How's it going?
What's doing? What are you doing with the world here?
I need it to.
You hitting me?
No,
Short.
stuff that we have our hair. It was shiny stuff. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of sad because when I moved here, those were perfectly working garage doors.
We thought, probably.
No, they were. And then people that came here to help, like volunteer, I can do stuff. I can. They like ran into it with a tractor and then ran into it with a truck and then it's just destroyed now. So it was kind of a bummer. It's like sometimes you get what you put for when it comes to help. I hate to say that, but I think it has to be more.
They don't pay attention because it's not theirs. But if you want, I use Ekmar garage doors.
Okay.
I use it for years.
Where are they?
They're actually, they're closer than Denver.
Thanks for coming.
But they had a big warehouse in Aurora right off of
Hello.
I went to see them there and I talked to them about in the car door I showed that I built.
Oh, yeah.
They were way cheaper, 40% cheaper than Home Depot.
We love hers. Cool.
So,
Thank you for that. Come on in. Like you have a minute in here. What do you think? We're trying to let them read and have their time ready. No, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Don't even tell me. Don't even tell me.
It was sweet.
Yeah.
She's still yours. I mean, we're just starting.
See this all just choose this quick as see that.
I still, if I'm gonna
I see, so you're expanding your life.
Rowan. But I don't know.
We're gonna get you on sugar this summer, you know
Yeah,
that.
I know. I've been working with Sugar actually the last time I was here. I was working on taking her up close to the fence and climbing up the fence and just leaning over her. And she was like, laid her ears back and went,
Yeah, she always does that. She throws her head and stuff, you know.
yeah.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Girls Gone Wild birthday party. Yay! Okay, it's for Chili and Natalia. They're turning 2 years old. Who knows how old that is in people years? Any ideas? Okay, well, if you have an idea what a 2-year-old horse is equivalent to people, drop it in the comments down below. But tune in because right now we're going to talk about our new classroom. First, we'll take you over here and show you. Oh, we already got some hopscotch drawn there. And there's the birthday girls. They've already had quite an adventure this morning, but we'll talk about that later. And they're getting dressed behind the scenes, getting ready for having their cake. Okay, but we're gonna come back over here. We have our snacks. You guys are missing out. Those of you that are not here live and in person. Hey, Isaiah, there's a person walking over there. Can you help them get in? Yeah, thank you. Okay, the new classroom with...
What happens if it gets popular? You don't have the room for...
What was that?
What happens if you know that it's popular? You don't have enough room for 30 people?
Then we'll move it to the big barn that I'm building out there. This is just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so then this will just be like an auxiliary. I don't know what we'll actually do in here. So another person just showed up, so give me a second.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, we shot, right?
That's a cool story.
Well, it was rounded up.
Oh.
Probably from the wild. They used to round them up and bring them somewhere and be slaughtered. Right?
Things like that. Well, her, she has more of a bigger butt, and so she's gonna be able to turn all those legs a lot better. You know how they do for her. Stuff like that.
It's like herding cats.
So it's these ones that
Yeah. Can I scooch by you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, everybody. There we go. Hey, Jude. Here. So duck under there and come over here. Yeah, you're fine.
All the spotlights.
Came the wrong way. So sorry, you guys.
You're totally fine.
Okay.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Are you by yourself?
Yes.
Hi. All right, so Zen, I'm gonna bring everybody in here and talk about the classroom.
Of course. And let them know that if anybody has any questions about these guys,
Yeah.
you can ask me here or there. Just ask me.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna make everything go crazy again here and show everybody the ceiling because I'm not very good at this. I need a designated like filmographer. Okay. Okay, so thank you everybody that's here, that's tuned in, that's still here. So this is our classroom. So thank you so much because your donations is what has allowed us to turn this room into this beautiful classroom that we're working on right now. Our vision is to do mirrors on that wall there. Back there in that cubby hole, I think we're gonna do like a little kitchen with hopefully, like a little fridge and a place where a microwave maybe where people, and a coffee maker so people can have some snacks if we have classes in here. So I'm really definitely looking for ideas on how to paint it. I've thought about doing things like even having the Evergreen High School Mural Club come and paint a mural in here and kind of see, I don't know, that might be kind of fun to do a mural in here. Otherwise, I'm going to try to keep the walls and everything relatively clean so it could be an appropriate space for any kind of person that wants to have any kind of a class in here. So, if you want a mental health professional wants to have a workshop or something like that, women's group, something, then I want this to be a real inviting space for all kinds of different uses. And so that's the community center kind of piece of what we're doing. And I'm going to get in front of the camera now. Okay, everybody, thank you for being patient and tuning in with me as I try to show you all the cool things that we're doing here at the Rescue Ranch. And again, thank you so much for your donations because that's what helped us put these windows in that are here behind me, besides the floor and the walls and everything else that we have going in. So thank you so much for that. Because it was kind of like a bunker in here before for those of you guys that knew us before. So it's come a long way, even since Christmas, because this is our Christmas event. And so I'm super excited about the space because what we do here at the Rescue Ranch is twofold mission. So on the one hand, we teach positive reinforcement horse training. So if that's something that you're interested in, we are definitely looking for more trainers. Like that's what we really need around here. A lot of times people send me messages and they want to do volunteering, and that's great. We need volunteers for our tack shack. We need volunteers for our marketing to help get the word out about the rescue ranch. But here on the ranch with the animals, we really need assistant trainers, and so I'm looking for hiring some more of them, or more volunteer trainers rather, to come in and help us take care of those guys out there. Like Jillian to tell you, we're turning 2. So for those of you that don't know, I'll just tell you the story a little bit about those 2 girls. So we bought this place about 2 years ago, and we came with 6 rescue horses, and we weren't really planning on getting much more, but about this time last year, there was a big event in Denver called the Horse Expo, where it's a big convention kind of thing where people come and bring horses and have trainers and speakers and demonstrations and things like that. So I had a booth there for the nonprofit, as well as I was the veterinarian on site for the event. So I had to be there doing health certificates and looking at horses if they were sick or injured or anything along those lines. And we also had the year before our own horses there. We had Caesar Wild Mustang that we trained, and we brought him and Blaze a thoroughbred off the racetrack that we retrained, and we were doing demonstrations with them at the Horse Expo. So then that was the year before last. So then last year we were like, all ready for another great year. Yes, right, we're gonna bring horses again, and it's gonna be even better, and we're gonna like make a big splash and tell everybody about the rescue ranch. And yeah, so that was the same night as that huge like 4-foot snowstorm. And I was snowed in because I had to work late at the hospital. Everybody else that went to the Horse Expo just left like a day early before the weather came in, but couldn't do that because there was clients that also needed to be seen at the hospital. They were also very worried about being snowed in for 2 or 3 days, so we were extremely busy and we stayed till very late. And then because of that, I got snowed in. So I could not get out and go to the Horse Expo. So I spent a very frustrating next day and a half trying to get Doug out of here so we could go and get down there and make good on our promise to be there. And while we were there, the Bureau of Land Management brought in 6 wild baby Mustangs to use for demonstration purposes and also to auction off at the end of the Horse Expo. So these horses have been rounded up in Salt Lake, Salt Flats, Utah, I think is where they came from. So they were rounded up with helicopters, shipped on trucks, brought over to the prison in Pueblo or Canyon City down there. And then they went through and picked the 6 prettiest, most flashy ones that they could, and then ran them out of that corral again and put them into another truck and brought them to the Horse Expo, and then had them, these wild animals that had never been around people before, that was their whole experience, and then put into little pens in the middle of a giant arena where there was like just thousands of people walking by and staring at them all day long. Okay, so that was their first experience with humans. Okay, and so I walked by them, but I was like, well, first of all, I'm not interested in adopting more animals. and then also, they were so beautiful. They were some of the most beautiful, just like, I was like, I've been to lots of horse auctions. I was like, there is no way they're gonna get adopted like so fast. It's like not even an issue. But the hours went on and the hours went on, and then the day went and the next day came, and there was very few people at this event because a lot of people also got snowed in and didn't go. And so it was like nobody was bidding on them, right? And so 4 of the 6 got adopted, and then we took the last 2 basically because they didn't get it. There was nobody there to adopt them. By the end of that, so their fate would have been to just go back to the prison and live in corrals with, 6,000 other horses in corrals down there. A few of them might get lucky enough to get adopted out or something like that, but really it's pretty amazing if you ever get a chance to go down there and see just how many horses we really do have in holding. And it's really a bummer, and so we don't have any great solutions for how to fix that. There's a lot of people trying to do a lot of things. But in the meantime, I can't save 6,000 of them, but I can save 2 of them. And so we got these 2 girls here. So that's how Chili and Natalia came to be here. And kind of the cool thing about it too is the fact that our previous wild Mustang that we had, Caesar, he, when we adopted him, he was at a public facility. And so a lot of people interacted with him in ways that we didn't necessarily agree with or want him to be interacted with. In fact, I literally from my kitchen window watched somebody hit him a few times, because they didn't agree with how I was training because they thought I was just spoiling them. And so they wanted to teach them a lesson so they didn't get spoiled or too wild or whatever for other people to handle. And so that's how. So he has some behavior issues from getting like weird input from humans, right? So from us, he's only gotten like one way of handling, but when we're not there, he's gotten a very different way of handling. So he's got some emotional problems, unfortunately, from that. But these two girls now have had none of that, right? So besides being rounded up and trucked and shipped and yeehaw and run down the ramp and stuff like that, their actual interactions with humans has only been in a positive reinforcement manner, which just simply means that they have the choice to participate or not. And so it's really kind of interesting because you can take whips and ropes and shake it around them and they don't run. Yeah, they don't run because they've never been taught that that's it. They're not taught to be afraid of anything. So that makes them safer, really, for us to be around because they're not harboring any kind of angst and fear inside of themselves that's ready to just blow up at any minute, which is the problem with traditional types of horsemanship and training. Yeah. So, hi, we got new visitors. So on that note, let's go talk about Chili and Natalia. Thanks, guys. Does anybody have any questions about any of this so far? No? Cool. Well, thanks for being here. Yay! Okay, yay. So I appreciate everybody being here so much. And we're going to open this door camera right behind you and move out. And we'll see if we can get everybody kind of piled around to... I think so. Can you just move those like closer to Zen? For sure. I think we're going to do cake now, right? That's inside. Yeah, we should do the cake now. Okay.
She's definitely not brown.
She's not? Okay. So just nobody touch horses, please. Okay? Yeah, so nobody touch horses. So normally I put those up, but I trust you guys, okay? So you guys can just have a little here, and in fact you can even... Put them on.
I'm just taking pictures, I guess. No flashing. No flashing.
You guys are good to lock down here too, just don't.
No flashing. Not using the flash on the camera. Just.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, look at that.
AJ, can you look up there and make sure that
They're two. So they're just starting their under saddle.
Can you see
What
it?
they do with that, it's going really, really well. They haven't, we've ridden them before many times, but they've actually never had a saddle on. I taught Chili to fly.
Oh, look at
I'm not having any flash on.
Cool, thank you.
Oh yeah, she's like,
She likes it. Have you get Chili over?
You want to do cake? Yeah, we should do it.
She's like, you think the cake, just make sure that
Sure. You bet.
Anybody have any questions so far? Okay, so I think we have to sing happy birthday.
yeah.
Right? Don't you think so? Okay. Everybody ready? Okay, 3, 2, ready, one. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalia. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Yay!
quickly they're gonna eat it.
Giant butters and all.
Oh yeah, it is a giant butters.
I'm just moving this wherever.
Oh.
There we go.
Ooh.
Like,
Oh,
I don't know what I
yum,
think
yum,
about it. It smells good.
I think putting the carrot candles is the best idea. You want
That's
that
great.
one. Just like sisters, right?
Yeah.
No sharing.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure yours.
Yeah.
It really is. Same colors, teams.
I know, they do.
She can't even find it. She's trying so hard.
I tried to give Dixie a bite, and she grabbed the whole cake and flung it over.
Oh wow.
Dixie.
Oh wow. Dixie said it's my birthday.
Is she liking it?
She's trying at least.
Thanks.
So this is very similar to watching Butters and Nala attack something together.
You're so strong. It's so hard to hold this.
I'm gonna go see if anybody out there is eating that other cake.
Chili's digging it. Natalia likes the carrot part. I don't know about the cake part.
Dixie! Dixie's demolishing the rest of the cake. Okay, everybody.
On stuff like that. The difference about her that makes her extra special than any other Palomino is that, do you see the spots on her? The brown kind of spots on her side? That makes her spotted Palomino. There are not many of those. If you search up spotted Palomino, you won't find a lot of them. They're pretty rare, so she's pretty special to have that, especially being a Mustang. And then this horse, some of you have heard how we got them. So we went the Horse Expo last year. So if you guys know what the Horse Expo is, it's like the stock show. Some of you probably have gone to the stock show, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't, you gotta go. You gotta go next year. You gotta go. It's always in January. Goes for like 3 weeks. It's literally, there's pigs and cows and llamas and horses. It's amazing. But there's another one that's I believe it's in February, right? The expo?
I don't know what month they're gonna have it next year. Probably March.
Yeah, so in March they have something that's just for horses. So it's for shows going from Western to English to driving, carriages, whatever you can think of. They have it there. And they had six baby Mustangs there.
That wasn't very nice.